Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a story that asks a powerful question. What if you were given a second chance to save the world, not with luck, but with hard-earned experience? This is the story of a returner's magic should be special, a manhwa that quietly became one of the smartest and most compelling returner stories out there. While it might not have the loudest fan base, it has built a dedicated following for its incredible world building, tactical combat, and deeply human characters. It's a series that proves a second chance isn't about being overpowered. It's about being prepared. Imagine this. The world is on the brink of total destruction. The last remnants of humanity are fighting a desperate, losing battle against an unstoppable force. All hope is lost. Every friend, every comrade, every hero has fallen. And just as the world breathes its final agonizing breath, one man wakes up. He's not in the middle of a battlefield. He's in a classroom, years in the past, a decade before the end of the world even began. His name is Desir Arman. Now, here's what makes this story different from your typical power fantasy. Desir is not the chosen one. He isn't the strongest mage, nor is he blessed with some legendary, once-in-a-generation talent. In his first life, he was a competent but ultimately unremarkable combatant who survived through sheer grit and a sharp mind. But in this new life, he possesses something far more valuable than raw power. He has memories. He remembers exactly how the world ends, who dies, why they die, and which mistakes led humanity down the path to ruin. He carries the weight of a failed future, and he's determined to prevent it from ever happening again. To understand Desir's mission, we need to talk about the primary threat in this world, the Shadow Worlds. These are terrifying alternate realities that manifest randomly across the globe. They are like self-contained historical events, replaying moments of tragedy and despair from ages past. To stop a shadow world from collapsing and destroying everything around it, teams of elite mages must enter and clear the objective, essentially solving the historical crisis within. In the original timeline, these shadow worlds became increasingly lethal. Entire parties of the world's strongest mages would enter and never return. Cities fell, nations collapsed, and Desir was forced to watch everyone he cared about perish one by one. The final battle was a hopeless siege against an enemy they couldn't possibly defeat. When he is sent back in time to his days at the prestigious Hebrion Academy, Desir makes a critical decision. He will not walk the same path again. In his first life, everyone, including himself, chased personal power, believing that if they just got strong enough, they could face any threat. It was a fatal mistake. This time, Desir's strategy is completely different. He focuses on synergy, teamwork, and meticulous preparation. He knows that one strong hero can't save the world, but a well-coordinated team of specialists just might. Hebrion Academy is the perfect starting point. It's the premier institution for training the next generation of mages, the very people who will be on the front lines against the Shadow Worlds. But unlike his classmates, who are focused on grades and social status, Desir sees the academy for what it truly is, a crucible where future legends are forged and fatal flaws are ingrained. He knows which shy, unassuming students will one day become heroes of unmatched power, and he knows which arrogant, high-ranking nobles will lead their teams to disaster because of their pride. His mission isn't just to get stronger himself. It's to find these key individuals and guide them, helping them overcome the weaknesses that led to their doom in the original timeline. One of the most refreshing aspects of a returner's magic should be special is how Desir fights. In a genre saturated with protagonists who just blast their enemies with overwhelming power, Desir stands out by using his brain. He rarely, if ever, overpowers an opponent with raw magical force. Instead, he outhinks them. He's a master of analysis. Mid-battle, he'll be deconstructing his enemy's spell formulas, identifying their weaknesses, and calculating the most efficient way to counter them. He often uses low-level, seemingly weak magic in brilliantly clever ways to completely turn the tide of a fight. For example, he might use a simple cantrip to disrupt the complex mana flow of a high-tier spell, causing it to fizzle out. This makes every single battle feel tense, strategic, and intelligent. You're not just watching flashy explosions. You're watching a chess master play 5 moves ahead of his opponent. The characters that Desir gathers around him are just as compelling. They aren't just sidekicks or cheerleaders. They are fully realized individuals with their own struggles and arcs. First, there's Romantica, a talented wind mage from a commoner background who was adopted into a noble family. She puts on a prideful, arrogant front to hide her deep-seated insecurities about her status and her worth. In the original timeline, her pride and inability to trust others led to her downfall. Desir sees through her facade and relentlessly pushes her to embrace her true potential and learn to work as part of a team. Then there's Pram, a young swordsman with incredible, almost supernatural speed and skill. However, because he's a commoner, he's constantly looked down upon and underestimated by the noble-centric society of the Academy. His quiet and unassuming nature caused him to be overlooked in the first timeline, a tragic waste of talent. Desir recognizes his hidden genius immediately and gives him the confidence and the opportunity to shine, molding him into the peerless swordsman he was always meant to be. Desir doesn't just train them to be stronger fighters. He acts as a mentor, a leader, and sometimes a harsh critic, all to help them avoid the personal mistakes that destroyed their futures. He's not just saving their lives, he's saving their souls. What truly elevates this manhwa beyond a simple action series is its central theme. This isn't just a power fantasy. It's a profound story about regret, responsibility, and the immense burden of leadership. Desir carries the heavy weight of an entire ruined future on his shoulders. Every choice he makes is tinged with urgency and a deep-seated fear of failure, because he, more than anyone, knows the horrific cost of making the wrong move. He remembers the faces of his friends as they died. This emotional weight makes his journey feel incredibly meaningful. He's not just trying to become a hero, he's trying to redeem a future that he already lost once. As the story progresses, the stakes continuously rise. The shadow worlds they face become more complex and far more dangerous. The political intrigue within the kingdom and the academy intensifies, and Desir begins to realize a frightening truth. Even with all his knowledge of the future, some outcomes are not so easy to change. He might be able to save a person from one tragic fate, only to find them facing another, equally deadly one. The narrative constantly plays with this idea of fate versus free will. Can the future truly be rewritten by one man's efforts? Or is destiny an unchangeable force, merely waiting to correct the timeline? This central question keeps you hooked, page after page, chapter after chapter. A Returner's Magic Should Be Special is a masterclass in storytelling that prioritizes intelligence over brute force. It's for readers who enjoy academy settings with a twist, tactical battles that feel like intricate puzzles, and slow burn character development that feels earned and meaningful. It's a story that respects its audience's intelligence and rewards them with a rich, detailed world and a narrative that is both thrilling and emotionally resonant. And honestly, the best part is that it still feels like a hidden gem. While other series grab the headlines, this one has been consistently delivering top-tier quality in the background. It's a story that truly deserves more attention for its smart writing and compelling execution. So if you're looking for your next binge read, and you appreciate a main character who wins with his mind, not just his magic, then you absolutely have to give A Returner's Magic Should Be Special a try. It's a journey filled with high-stakes action, genuine heart, and a constant sense of suspense that will keep you guessing until the very end. If you enjoy manhwa breakdowns like this, where we explore hidden gems and analyze the stories that deserve more of the spotlight, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And I want to hear from you in the comments below. After hearing all this, do you think Desir can really save everyone this time around, or is he destined to fail again? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.